Welcome.
Welcome to Coffee and Cleavage. I'm Lynnie.
I'm Shantal.
And hello, Gary.
Hello.
What's
How you doing,
up?
ladies?
Are you pumped to full more energy now?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm doing good.
Everybody's got their coffees and waters.
Yeah. Well, today we're going to discuss some more fan-submitted questions.
Whoop, whoop. We
Straight
love
up.
these.
We do, and these are some really good ones.
Yeah, thank you guys for submitting these on our Coffee and Cleavage page.
Mm-hmm.
I keep thinking too, by the way, I forgot to tell you this, but I actually set up a Google number, but then it closed because I didn't use it. So I was like, I need to reset that up so that people could call in. I know some people might not want to call and like leave a message, leave us a voicemail if they don't want to send us a message or they just feel like it's easier to explain. But
Yeah,
I like set that up for next filming.
Then we can play the messages on here, right?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Definitely. Okay, so let's start with someone asked, I've been wondering if y'all ever shared a guy during sex.
This is so funny. We get this question so much.
I've been wondering too.
Wait, like threesome?
I think that's what they're suggesting.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. No,
I
have not.
Think about what you're going to say before you say this. You're going to kill everyone's dreams.
I just said no, I have not. I have not.
No, they mean
with you two.
Yeah, they mean us, right? Isn't that what that means? It
you
means
two
have
and a guy.
we ever shared a guy? It's essentially
assuming
asking,
that we
assuming
that's how
that
I'm
we have
taking
sex. Yeah, that's exactly what it was asking. I think this might be like one of top 3 questions I've ever been asked about us. Like people just assume that we bang.
It's so funny. No, I don't share her.
No, she keeps me all to herself.
I do.
She's too selfish for that.
Very selfish.
Would you ever date one of your ex's siblings?
That's such drama.
I know.
I would not. I think that's just kind of fucked up.
I would not either. I have rules against that. Like even if one of my siblings was deeply into someone, I still don't think I would date them.
No.
It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just feels intrusive.
I just feel like, okay, I picture, Christmas time or a family get together and, wouldn't that person feel awkward? I guess she doesn't have to go through meeting the family again. I don't know. It just would be.
Totally would.
That'd be so awkward. I don't know.
I think it would be super awkward. And I feel like it's disrespectful to your sibling.
Yeah.
I know that some men feel differently about this. And I think it's more common for brothers to share ex-girlfriends than for sisters.
Gary, what is your take on that?
You've done it.
I know a good amount of people that have done that.
I'm like, you've done it, haven't you?
You may have done that.
I would date siblings.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of have. I talked to one girl and then I dated her sister. So I kind of did that.
But you didn't date her, right?
We talked for a while and it never really went anywhere. And then me and her sister, and her sister was older. So it was just kind of just happened. But I didn't really feel that bad.
But you were young. You were younger.
Yeah.
What if you had a full blown relationship with the younger sister?
I think it would be just more weird. Yeah, trying to be okay, hey, am I gonna have a future with you? How is that gonna ever work? Yeah, like Lynnie said, family shit. That would be awkward.
That would be so awkward.
Super awkward.
Yeah.
I have friends that have done that, and it's you guys share the same person multiple times. It's weird at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I don't think that would work. Let's see. What is the most toxic thing you have done in a relationship?
Ooh. Is this a one answer only thing?
Right.
That's fucked up because I don't actually, when I think about relationships I've had, I haven't necessarily thought oh, I've been super toxic. But then when you kind of find tooth and comb and you're oh, okay, well, that was probably not cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reading text messages.
Yeah. Say going through their
checking
phone.
somebody's iCloud.
Why were you doing that?
Internet
though?
history.
Were you thinking they were talking to people?
I thought that they were cheating. So I feel like that's more warranted. I don't know. Is that still toxic? I mean, should I have just asked? But I just thought that I would get lied to. So definitely look through the
It's
phone, look through
sneaky
the
for
call
sure.
history. But I was right.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
they were cheating on me. So it was more of a I needed confirmation versus like, oh, I wonder if they are. It was just like, no, I for sure thought that they were, and then saw the proof and was like, mm,
yeah. I feel like when you have that intuition and if you have that feeling they're not being truthful and you have your ways of finding out.
yeah,
Now, I just because like, okay, that's happened to one person doesn't mean you're gonna be a psycho and go through all the next person's shit.
yeah.
But if they give you reason to not trust them, then you gotta find out somehow, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you have
So
to
I
do
don't
what
really
you
know
gotta
if it's
do.
toxic. It can be though.
It can be if it's a habit.
And if it becomes an obsession. I have a friend who who did that and she went to the extreme.
Yeah, it
Like,
can make you crazy,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But it's like if you find evidence over and over and over and you're
Mhm.
not doing anything about it and you're just obsessed with gathering more evidence, I think there's a problem. And
Yeah.
I've seen my friends do that too.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, what more evidence do you need?
Yeah. Well, I have a guy friend that did that with trying to catch his girlfriend cheating, and he actually made a profile on Facebook as
Oh, wow.
someone else to message her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was like,
I
"Damn."
think that's pretty common. These
I
Yeah.
like
was gonna say,
fake
I feel like that
accounts.
happens a lot because
Yeah.
now it's like everything's on Instagram and stuff,
But
and you
when
can
you
just
feel
easily.
bad about being a fake person to catch someone, then you feel like I think that's kinda toxic, honestly.
Yeah, that is pretty toxic, and
Yeah.
there's been, like, whole I'm trying to remember the story, but there's been, like, whole stories about this where somebody was pretending to be somebody and, like, I mean, it leads to catfishing,
Mhm.
and you can fuck up somebody's whole life doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so wait,
Shit.
what was your answer? What was the most toxic thing that you've done in a relationship?
I mean, I've gone through someone's phone and I've looked on their social media. This was a long ass time ago.
Wait, like, looked on their social media, like, who are they commenting on and stuff
Like
like that?
figured out the login and
Oh, shit, you logged
yeah.
into their socials.
And
Damn.
message the girl.
Oh, damn, that's an extra level.
Yeah.
As him, right? You're like,
No, as me.
as you. Oh,
Yeah.
you're like,
Like
"Hey."
calling out.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
"What are you fucking talking to my
Yeah.
boyfriend for?"
Yeah.
I've gotten messages like that before, but I'm not messaging anybody, obviously. But I've gotten messages like mad emails or mad Instagram messages where, like, they're just mad at my existence because their boyfriend or husband follows me on Instagram. I'm like, "Wait, what?"
What?
Yes.
They've
That's
emailed you and be
crazy.
like, "I'm
Yes.
pissed because my husband follow." Are you talking to him?
Yeah, no, not even about me talking, like, I've literally they logged into their socials, maybe they had an OnlyFans account, whatever. They went and saw me and then came back and wrote me, like, I don't know if I ever sent it to you, but I got, like, a super
I think I remember
disgusted,
that.
lengthy
Yeah.
email about what a terrible person I am, how I have no morals, how essentially, like, I'm evil because their significant other, follows me to whatever capacity. I was like,
Oh, shit.
Nice.
wow. Wow, that's above and beyond.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little toxic.
Oh,
Should
yeah.
probably yell at your boyfriend or your husband first.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not like I was talking to them. That girl was probably talking to him in messages, huh? Was
Yeah.
it a friend too?
No.
Okay.
No, it was not a
That would have
friend.
been like an extra dun dun.
No, yeah.
It's like your best
No,
friend.
but that's what I'm saying, like, I've done that shit before, and it's like, if the person's giving you a reason to not trust them, I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't just, like, go through anyone's phone I date, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But if you have a reason or, they're, like,
Yeah,
setting their phone
constantly
upside down.
hiding it, getting
Yeah,
tons of notifications, and you're sitting there like,
and purposely turn their phone the other way, like, little things you pick up on like that where
Yeah.
I
you
don't know.
just
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
you got that. I don't think that's toxic.
Well, I'm
Wait,
not
which
What
part?
you
saying
got, what
What
you
we
guys have
did?
done is toxic. That's just you're getting like a vibe, so you're kind of like, okay, I want to see. That's not like talking to another guy or being like,
Yeah,
fuck, I'm just gonna like, do sneaky shit for no
sneaky
reason.
stuff.
I feel like you guys had a reason to do that, so it's
Thank
not
you, Gary.
really toxic.
Okay, hold
Okay,
on, Gary.
well,
What's the
that's
most
good.
toxic thing you've ever
I
done
don't
in a
know, honestly.
relationship?
I'd have to think about that.
He's like, there's too many things. I don't know which
I mean,
to
like,
choose.
yeah, it's you guys weren't like, I talked to this one guy and then like he left and the other guy came over. Like, and I've done that with like 3 different people and it's kind of like something I like. It's like that's like toxic.
Is that toxic though? I think that's only toxic if you're in a relationship with one of
Yeah,
them.
if you're in a
If you're
relationship.
single, you can have people come over one after the other if that's your cup of tea.
Or
Yeah.
you're like, I mean, what do you consider totally toxic? Like being manipulative or something along those lines? I mean,
Yeah, I
so I'm trying
think
to figure out what would be very toxic.
lying, cheating. I know people that have cheated on their partner since before they ever got married with a sibling. I know. Like
I think like
that's toxic as
I think
fuck.
a lot of times being manipulative and being very super like passive aggressive games is like toxic to me.
Yeah.
Where it's
Yeah, I
like,
hate that
okay,
shit.
what the
Passive
fuck is going on? Like
aggressiveness.
you're mad at me and now we're not talking and it's like
Mhm.
that and that constantly happens. That's like toxic shit to me. And that makes me be like, okay, fuck off. Like
Yeah.
that's what I kind of feel like is toxic to me. And I don't think you guys have done anything like that.
We're gonna have to take a poll. Like, what's the most toxic thing you've ever done in a relationship?
Yeah, that could be a
Be-
whole topic. Be
It's
a good
pretty
one.
interesting.
Mhm.
Because realistically, I'm sure just about every girl has done what you guys have done.
Yeah, you're
Been
probably
like,
right.
I think
been
guys
like,
have too. I've
yeah.
had guys go through my phone before.
Well,
Mhm.
because when you're like on your phone, you're being like sneaky about it, and you start being like, who are you
Hmm.
talking to? Oh, like no one. You get all like weird. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna fucking see it, and you like take your phone everywhere with you. It's like
Yeah,
it's
in the
easy to figure
bathroom, the
out. Yeah.
shower. Yeah, it's
I mean, I
you
totally
pick
take
up
my
on the
phone in the
vibe.
bathroom and
What are you doing in there with it?
taking content.
That's
Busted.
different. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
How much pleasure do you get from giving a guy a BJ?
I mean,
Is this on a scale of 1 to 10?
I
Yeah, it
enjoy
can be.
it. I enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I would say 10 out of 10.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I like pleasing. I like getting pleased too, but I like pleasing, so if I'm making someone feel good, fuck yeah, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to dive into this more. I feel like we need to revisit BJ's because there's so many men who are like, my girlfriend won't give me a blowjob.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dump her.
Yeah, that's it. We don't even need to have another episode.
No,
Dump her.
just dump her.
Teach her or dump her. I don't know how you teach her.
Teacher.
Well, I mean, you could guide. I'm just saying some women maybe have some.
Gary, is it possible to get a bad blowjob? I'm
I
sure
think
it is.
so. I think we've talked about this, and he
Yeah,
said
we
he's had
have.
bad
He
ones
said
before.
teeth.
Yeah.
Teeth.
Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is it? Have you been eaten out before where you're just
Yeah.
like, stop?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the same
yeah,
thing. You can
same
do
way.
anything
Stop.
bad.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Where it's just,
Just stop.
it's never gonna happen, and it's like, okay, just fucking, you need to just stop doing that.
Have you had to tell a girl to stop before?
I mean, no, that'd be super awkward.
But you just endured the badness.
Yeah, like, okay, how long is this gonna go for? That was so long ago, though.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. That's funny though. I know, I guess. Well, there are guys too that won't go down on,
Lots.
yeah, which dump him,
Yeah.
right?
That should be definitely talked about. Like, all right, we're both doing this, or we're both not. I mean, you decide.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. That would pretty much be a deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
do you think it's more guys don't like going down on girls, or girls don't like giving guys blowjobs?
You
I don't know.
That's a good I think it might be it's probably pretty split. It's probably pretty even.
I think it has to take a very non-sexual person to not enjoy it.
Yeah, but a lot of people are just very grossed out by whatever, and I've definitely heard way more complaints from men about going down on women and it being gross than the other way around.
Yeah,
I
that's
could see
true.
that.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, it didn't smell, and if they wanted to fucking taste like roses or water or some shit because they heard it in a song, and they're like, oh my god, it's not right.
Well, all you gotta do is have
You
one
know,
time that
one
kind of you're
bad
just like,
time.
oh fuck,
Yeah,
and it like kind of it's like do get that.
yeah.
I mean,
But men can have that too. Like I've heard a few times, way less times from women than men, where women are like, "Ugh, I went down on him. Just hygiene is just not was not good. And it's like, fucking take a shower, take a shower, take a shower, get clean first.
Yeah.
You know, like not after like a long day of sweating, or you're like, here you go, honey.
Well, don't you think it should go both ways? It's like if you're wanting blowjobs all the time, you better be making it look really good down there.
Yeah.
Same thing
Take
with
care of
girls.
yourself down
Hell
there.
yes.
Absolutely.
You better be taking care of that and kind of being like, okay, like, did I, like, is it 5 o'clock and I worked out and like did a bunch of shit today? And it's like, hold on, don't go down there yet. I mean, that's just how people are going to be. So
yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. What do women check out on men?
I think we talked about this a little bit before, but I think every woman is different where they look first. I always hear that a lot of women look at men's shoes first, which is interesting because that has absolutely nothing to do with his body. You know, is you immediately like look down. You know, I would say that's probably in the top like 5 things that I might look at if I'm
The
meeting
shoes?
someone. Yeah. Because it's just like if they have like holes or they're like really dirty or something, I think you like take note, you know, like
Yeah.
little mental notes.
Yeah.
but like, are you like type of shoes? If you see a guy, are you like, wow, he's got very nice shoes on for his age? Or are you like, why is that guy wearing those shoes? That's what like younger guys wear.
I don't know if I think that far into it. I think, but for checking out like physical things, I'm usually looking at like face, eyes, smile.
I was gonna say,
I'd
smiles always capture me.
smiles. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna connect here before I connect the rest of the body. But then body, like I'm super into like arms. Like I'm attracted to like arms, and you know, a nice butt is nice to look at when you turn around. But it's not the first thing I look at, you know. But I'm just saying it might be something I notice. If a guy has a really nice ass, I'll probably notice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but I feel like women are so much better at checking out men and women than men are.
Yeah.
Men are like and women, I feel like we can look at each other, we can look at each other's eyes while we're also looking at each other's tits. Like we're just so
Yeah.
much more
Mhm.
like, I don't know what the word is. I don't know. We just know how to check people out better, less obviously.
Yeah, less obvious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like men need to learn that tactic because it just throws the whole thing off if you just walk up and somebody's just like,
Making
hi.
it obvious. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like just do it a little more
Well, I'm sure you
carefully.
guys get that every once in a while with, what you guys have, obviously. I don't know really how else to say that.
Titties.
Yep.
But it's like,
Big titty
okay,
gang.
I've always wondered this. Girls that have fake boobs, do you want them to be recognized sometimes? Are you like, don't look that right there? Like, those are for me. Like,
These
Are
are
you-
for me. Don't
obviously,
look.
obviously, if a guy's just like, oh my God, like weirdly pervertedly looking at him, it's like, you just shouldn't look at a girl's boobs like ever. That's
I know you can look at them. I'm just saying don't like gawk. You know, like glance and look. Like she knows what I mean. Like women check
Like-
out women all the time.
Oh my God.
You know, but we
Yeah.
don't do that face.
Yeah.
I've always wondered girls that have like huge boobs that go out and they're like in these tiny little tops. I'm like, you could not get mad if a guy looks at your boobs. You
Not
Yeah.
can't.
mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can, because you're in a way asking for it.
I would never see. I don't necessarily like that mentality, but I think that, you know, women certainly like to be noticed sometimes, but when it's respectable and when it's not like derogatory or like that's when it bugs me. If you're like gawking or creeping or following me or, you know, making inappropriate comments or whatever, but just noticing is fine. I don't think I ever gotten mad if somebody looked at
No,
my
not
boobs.
at all.
You know, but
Yeah.
if you're looking and saying something creepy, then I'm gonna, you know, leave.
Yeah.
What is the most daring thing you've done that no one knows about? Oh shit, that's
The
hard.
most daring
I
thing?
know. It's a tough question. And don't you guys know we share everything?
Yeah. The
Like, just
most
anything?
daring thing.
Yeah, everybody knows about anything I've done that's daring.
Yeah. Same. I can't.
Yeah.
I know I've shared that I've hooked up with 2 people in one day. Is that daring, I guess?
Is this like sexual or
Wow,
anything?
I don't know. I thought it was just
It was anything.
I thought it was just anything, but that's where her mind went.
Yeah.
Like
I
you
love
swam
it.
with a shark one time?
Yeah, like I swam with the shark. Fuck, I really can't think of
Mm,
anything. Hmm. And all the daring stuff that I haven't done is where my mind goes. I'm like, oh, I still haven't jumped out of an airplane. I still,
we gotta go.
I
It's
know
fun.
she's done it and I haven't. It's not.
Mhm.
We have to do it together, otherwise it's not fun.
Definitely.
What's the craziest thing you guys have done? We probably
Craziest?
have, yeah, I mean, were you thinking the same thing too? I mean, like daring, crazy, just anything.
And
It
it could
doesn't
be
have to be
anything.
like,
It doesn't have to be sexual. Yeah, it could be anything. Um,
I can little
I
live a
don't
little
have
more
any
dangerously.
wild stories. Like I've never been arrested or anything.
I know somebody asked me that recently. Have you ever been arrested? I'm
They
like, no.
asked you if you've ever been
Yeah.
arrested.
you guys haven't had
No.
any like crazy ass like old party days where you're like, oh my God, how am I still fucking alive?
Oh, I mean,
I mean,
I'm not proud to admit. Okay, now you're like triggering old memories. I'm not proud to admit the days when I was young and dumb and I would drink and drive. I drove from fucking Hollywood all the way back over. I was living in Pasadena at the time, and I don't know how I got back home. That's sketchy.
that is
That's not
that's
crazy.
scary.
Huh?
He
It's
said
dumb.
that's not crazy. That's dumb.
It was dumb.
Oh
That was
fuck.
so long ago. I think I was 21 or some shit.
She has to say a legal age. She was 19.
Mhm.
Just kidding.
Well, like you've never like gone to a part. Well, I guess it's different for girls. Like gone to a party and been like, just like didn't know how. Like, because I'm just thinking of me. Like I went to this party and like woke up randomly on someone's fucking couch and then like didn't even know where I was and like shit like that. I mean, that's like
No.
anything like that.
Yeah, I think I shared the story. I shared the story before about like getting lost in Las Vegas drunk and all
Oh,
my friends got
yes.
arrested? That's
Yeah.
like one of the craziest things that's happened to me, but I was also very young and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I was only 19 years old and I was way, way too drunk, like just completely blacked out, standing in the middle of the strip. All of my friends that I was with got arrested, and I was just all of a sudden I blinked and everyone was gone, and I'm like, "Fuck."
Hello, anyone out there?
And I'm like in a mini dress and boots. It's like 20 something degrees. It's fucking freezing
Holy
in
shit.
Vegas.
You go
It was
during New
so
Year's or
cold.
something?
Yeah, it was New Year's Eve.
Oh,
And
okay.
I didn't know where I was. I'm obviously I knew I was in Las Vegas, but I was just like looking around like lost and kind of scared because I have no jacket and there's like lots of people everywhere and like a couple guys were trying to talk to me and I was like so out of it. I'm like, which way's my hotel? What is my hotel called? What does my hotel look like? Fuck.
Damn.
Like I was
What were you
gone.
on?
No, just way too much alcohol. And so I saw this this older couple, they were probably like in their 50s or something. They were holding hands and I just started following them. And then I felt like they noticed me following them because I was kind of following them pretty closely. And people were like, "Hey, honey, where you going? Where you going tonight, baby?" Trying to talk
Oh,
to
that's
me and
scary to
like
be by yourself.
I was like, "Oh my God." So I kind of walked up closer and I was like, "Excuse me, excuse me." I was like, "Hi, I lost my friends and I'm trying to find my way back to my hotel." And
I lost my friends.
Like a little
I'm
kid.
like fucking Dory, fucking Finding Nemo, and I'm like, can I was like, I told people that I'm your daughter. Is it okay if I just follow really closely? Because I did figure out they were going to the same place I was going. I remembered which hotel I was staying at, looked familiar. And they're like, yeah, no problem. Just stay close behind. So I literally followed them all the way to the hotel. And then I went up multiple elevators trying to find which floor number I
Oh,
was on. I had
shit.
no room key because the room wasn't even my name. I was with a huge group of people.
Oh my God.
And eventually I got to one floor and then I saw one of my friends standing in the middle of the hallway and I was like, "Oh my God." I
God.
found you. I found you guys.
Holy
And I
shit.
fucking like I feel bad. I never like tried to like call and like get any of my friends bailed out or anything because I was just so out of it. I literally went in the bathroom and I'm pretty sure I fell asleep in the bathtub.
Wow, that's wild.
What a
That's
night.
probably the
Wow.
stupidest thing I've ever done. I don't know if that's considered daring. I don't think that's daring. I think it's just fucking stupid.
That's a
The
crazy
That's
story.
the dumbest thing I've ever
Some
done.
hangover type shit, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. But it's funny because somebody asked me about me being arrested recently, and that story came up. So it was like fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fucking things we do when we're young and
God,
dumb.
I know. I look back, I'm like, fuck, idiot.
It's
Live and you learn.
and all the time you think you're so level-headed, and then when you think back, you're like, "Oh
Totally.
shit, I did do that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like, that
Yeah.
was dumb.
That
Yeah.
was really fucking dumb." These are good questions,
Yeah,
though.
they are. Let's see. Have you ever talked to two guys at the same time?
Oh,
Yeah.
she just answered that.
Guilty.
Talked to, but not slept with, I would say. Like, I was talking to 2 different guys at the same time that I was interested in, but I wasn't, like, dating either of them. So I'm like, "Does that really count?" It's not like I was dating them. I did not go out on a date with either of them. I was just talking to them at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it when you're not in a relationship with either one of them.
Do you
Yeah.
think when you're doing, I've always wondered, when you're doing that, do you think you're supposed to keep it like a secret from the other person? Or you're supposed to be like, we'll have a date tomorrow with another guy?
I
If
mean,
you're
I don't
on
know
a,
if you admit that.
Yeah.
because you don't want to be sneaky, but I mean, you don't really want to
You
say,
just don't talk about
I
it.
think that people just don't. Like, if you're openly dating and you're seeing people and you're not in a relationship or you're not even in like a, multiple date scenario, I just don't think you say it. And I
You
don't
don't
think
talk
anyone
about it.
does.
Mm-mm.
Now, if you've gone on a date with like 10 dates with them and you're kind of
Yeah.
seeing them, then I feel like you need to discuss like, are you guys
Are we exclusive
exclusive or not?
what's going on? Yeah.
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 because don't you think most people would be really weird about that? I'd be like super weird if I went out with a girl like 1 or 2 times. She's like, I'm like, do you want to go out Friday? She's like, no, I have a date. I'd be like, what?
Yeah, that
No,
would be weird.
I don't think anybody would say that.
Yeah.
Unless she's just trying to make you crazy or something. She's playing games with you.
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
Oh my God, there's so many.
I know. Ooh, one of the last 2. Which one do you think? I'm torn.
I know. Have you ever had a crush on a friend's significant other?
That's pretty fucked up.
That is fucked up. That's a hard no for me. I
Yeah.
haven't. That's just like, no.
Yeah, significant other? No, because that kind of makes it sound like they're married, right?
Married or
I would just say
dating.
I've had so like when I was very young, like very, very young, like having a crush on somebody and then your friend ends up dating them. I've had that happen
But you had the
before.
crush first.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
that's
they end up
fine.
dating them. And you're like, oh,
Bitch.
darn. Just kidding. Bitch.
Did we
You
already
took
talk
him.
about this? Have you ever dated your friend's ex?
Yeah, we did talk about that. Nope.
I
Nope.
forget if you guys
Not
have
for
done
me.
Mm-mm.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just add this one in just because. Last question. What's the naughtiest thing you've ever done in public?
Hmm.
Can't remember. Have you had
Naughtiest
sex
thing-
in public?
Not actually in public.
Like in a public space, even if people didn't see.
Hmm. Not really public, no, but like out in the open.
Okay, clarify.
Like
Not-
hiking.
Oh, that's
So
hot.
that's not really public, right?
I mean, it's if
Yeah,
somebody
it
could
is.
walk up
Yeah, I
and
guess it is.
Oh.
if it's a public
You're like in the middle of
trail
a forest?
and somebody could come and walk up and see you at any moment, then I still call that
It
public.
was kind of the forest, but I mean, people did walk on the trail.
Did people catch you?
No.
Okay.
But it was hot. It was like on a rock and there was a view. It was
Oh,
cool.
that sounds super hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
was-
haven't done that. I mean, in terms of sex, then not that I can think of, but like last summer, I really wanted to like drive a boat naked, so I did that, and that was pretty fucking exhilarating.
like
That's
in
awesome.
like in the middle of the ocean somewhere.
I mean,
or
in the ocean, but not like so far out that people couldn't see. Like I wasn't that far off the coast, and there were other boats nearby.
you should have just said you undocked it and then you got naked. You could have just said that and drove off. That would have been crazy.
I mean, yeah, I should have done that, but then I probably would have gotten arrested because there's like harbor patrol like right there. So if I would have started naked at the dock, I don't know how that would have worked out. I waited at least until I got like away to where like the patrol wasn't there. But then after I was driving for a bit, then who is it? Who patrols the water? I'm having
Coast
a
Guard?
brain. Yeah, the Coast Guard actually was really close and kept getting closer, and so
They were
I
like
so
binoculars,
I
like
Oh
ended
my
up like
god.
I ended up like dropping down and putting my swimsuit back on. I'm like, they probably can't see. I told, but they came like really close, right up to the boat, and I was like, okay, hi, nothing to see here.
Yeah. That's funny.
Ugh. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for submitting all of your questions. We have a
Yes.
blast
Thank
reading
you.
these.
Yeah, submit more. We'll read them.
Yes. All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.